single crime scene that we process in itself is a tragedy. Each victim has a story. These crime scenes that we go to collect evidence may be the place where a woman was assaulted. Essentially what we're trying to do at a crime scene is very simple. We're trying to give a voice to items of evidence that can't speak for themselves. We're trying to let the fingerprint that might be sitting on a wine glass help us identify the perpetrator, the DNA that may be at a broken window at the point of entry that may belong to the suspect. These objects can't speak unless people who understand the science know how to collect the evidence, know how to preserve it, and transport it to the laboratory, do so properly. And that requires a level of knowledge and a level of expertise.
As a trial lawyer, I've gone from understanding the importance of presenting physical evidence and forensic evidence in court to understanding the role that forensic evidence plays during investigations of crimes, and the two are just incredibly linked and very important. You know, in this day of CSI mentality of jurors, we're always trying to figure out ways to explain to jurors how the evidence applies and what the evidence means, and jurors are always looking for more. They're always looking for fingerprints or DNA, and they think that by watching CSI that we can get DNA in 20 minutes and that we can solve these crimes in 20 minutes. And it's just not the case.
Forensic science has really it's exploded. I mean, as technology goes, we've seen it just explode in the last in 10 years, specifically in DNA testing.
What we were trying to do with this event was really, number one, I think, to make a community connection. But what we wanted to do was we wanted to talk about this initiative to announce this Forensic Evidence Academy. We were going to really create what I think is going to be a historic prioritization of building up expertise in the state of Michigan on how you respond to crime scenes, how you identify forensic evidence that needs to be tested in the laboratory, and you know, and I just think that the public safety impact is going to be incredible.
We're always talking about ways to improve not only the collection of physical evidence at the crime scenes, the processing of the crime scenes, but also streamlining the importance of getting that evidence processed as quickly as possible. And for my money, there's no one better than the Michigan State Police crime laboratories.
Now, with technology and the advancements of it, we're able to take trace amounts to the point of just a droplet on a pen tip to be able to have enough which has enough biological material or DNA for the identification of suspects.
And we essentially have three simple goals that we want to accomplish as a forensic science system for the Michigan State Police. Is number one, we want to elevate the overall level of expertise in the state of Michigan on the management of forensic evidence and the response to crime scenes and the way that the evidence is collected and preserved for transport to the crime laboratory. Both Governor Snyder and my director, Colonel Christy Etchew, are emphatic that our goal is to be able to turn our cases around in less than 30 days, with very few exceptions, and I will tell you that that is an achievable goal, and we will achieve that goal. And then finally, we want to maximize what we call the value density of the evidence that comes into the lab. And what that means is that the evidence that is sitting in our vaults waiting to be tested, as much as possible, we want that to be high-impact evidence. We understand, particularly when prosecutors take cases to trial, they have different kinds of needs that we need to be able to honor. But we will be in a better position to honor those needs when our turnaround times are very quickly and our quick and our backlogs are low.